Welcome back guys to another video. This is my 2026 Japanese Grand Prix driver ratings. Let's kick things off with Valtteri Bottas. Started 20th, finished 19th. I'm gonna give him a 5 out of 10. It's straight down the middle because it was just like a plain average race. I guess he was behind his teammate, but this is probably where the Cadillacs were supposed to be anyway. And he still beat Albon and Alonso? No, I think he was behind Alonso. I can't remember anymore. But still, it's not the best weekend for him, but not the worst as well. That's why I've gone straight down the middle. Sergio Perez started 19th, finished 17th. 8 out of 10. Definitely did a lot better than his teammate. Finished 17th, which is relatively high for Cadillac, you know. So yeah, respect to that. And yeah, just generally performed better than Bottas across the weekend. So not much else to say. 8 out of 10. Now we move on to Franco Colapinto. He started 15th and finished 16th. I'm going to give Colapinto a 4 out of 10. It was a very, very, very mid race. In fact, it's so mid that you could say it was a little bit poor. That's why it's a 4. While his teammates is up there scoring points, he is just chilling in the bottom half of the grid. Bottom 1/4 maybe. Yeah. So definitely he should really do better there. I was praising him last week for his first points, but this does not deserve praise. Pierre Gasly now, someone who does deserve praise. Started 7th, finished 7th. No doubt this is a slam dunk 10 out of 10 for him. Obviously, right, he managed to drag this Alpine up to another points finish. So far, in all 3 races, he has scored points. So great job, Gasly. Keep it up. And besides that, he massively outperformed his teammate, which is of course great no matter what. So yeah, that's 10 out of 10. He managed to hold Verstappen behind as well, by the way. Gabriel Bortoleto started 9th, finished 13th. 7 out of 10. I think Bortoleto, I don't know how to judge this one. I mean, first of all, credit to him making it to Q3. But still, in the race, I think he could have done a little bit better. Yeah, not the best weekend for him, but a relatively decent one still. That's why I've gone with a 7 out of 10 for Bortoleto. Next up, Nico Hülkenberg. Started 13th, finished 11th. Got out-qualified by his teammate, and he's supposed to be a qualifying master. But he did finish in 11th, just 1 position short of the points. And for that, I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10 as well, same as Bortoleto. Now Esteban Ocon. Started 12th, finished 10th. I'm going to give Ocon an 8 out of 10. He managed to squeak the car into the points. He outperformed Batman this week, which is great for him. But he should step up his games in other weekends as well, you know. This weekend was not too bad, I guess. I don't think it's any better than an 8, but certainly not any lower than it. Next up, we move on to Ollie Behrman. First of all, obviously the 51G crash. Yep, I hope that he's okay now. I think he is. Yeah. Started 18th, finished DNF. I'm going to give him a 3. Qualifying definitely not where he should be. And in the race, he did have quick reflexes to dodge, but you have to control your car a little bit better than that Ollie. Yeah. Glad he's okay. So that's all I can say. Lance Stroll started 22nd, did not finish. I'm giving him a 6 out of 10 as well. Although he didn't finish the race, he said in his own Aston Martin championship with Alonso, he was leading before he retired. So yeah, I guess I would keep him the bonus point for that one. So good job, Stroll, I guess. I think that's the first time I've said that. Next up, Fernando Alonso. Started 21st, finished 18th. 6 out of 10. Alonso, it's kind of he finished the race first of all, obviously. So that's a very good thing for him. However, he was losing out to Stroll a bit. So I can't give him higher than Stroll. So I'm going to give him on par with Stroll. 6 out of 10 for both of them. I think that sounds valid enough. Arvid Lindblad started 10th, finished 14th. I'm giving him a 6 out of 10 as well. Do not add the numbers together. Arvid Lindblad is also getting a 6. He, first of all, obviously managed to knock out Verstappen on qualifying. Great job, Arvid. But in the race, kind of got unlucky with the safety car. But yeah, it is what it is. Maybe he could have done better, but who knows, man. 6 out of 10. Liam Lawson is the next one to be rated. Started 14th, finished 9th. I'm going to give him a 7 out of 10. Obviously, finishing in the points, great job to him. However, qualifying has to be sorted out a bit. And yeah, actually, I have not much to say about Lawson. I haven't really seen him the entire race. But still, credit to scoring the 2 points. Now, Carlos Sainz. Started 16th, finished 15th. I'm going to give him a 6 out of 10, I guess. Qualifying, I think he made it to Q2, right? Yeah, 16th is Q2 now. So, yeah, that's good for him. But he still finished 15th in the race. So, like, didn't really make much progress from there. I feel like he could have done a little bit better in some areas, but still, you never know. The Williams is kind of bad right now. Speaking of another Williams, Albon. Started 17th, finished 20th. I'm giving him a 5 out of 10. Maybe he wasn't deserving of 5 out of 10 because he had a 6-stop strategy. He was kind of testing at this point. So yeah, maybe finishing the last of the finishers was not that bad as it seems, but still qualifying has to be worked on. Lewis Hamilton, the first Ferrari driver to be rated. Started 6th and finished 6th. I'm giving Lewis a 7.5 out of 10. He could have done a lot better for sure. Safety car helped him, but he still fell back to the end of the pack anyway. But that's also partially because of his car having an issue, he was saying, no energy or something. Oh, I can add more to the words of wisdom, right? Because the engineer is telling him to brake more to increase speed. But maybe not. Maybe it makes sense. Next Ferrari driver, Charles Leclerc, started 4th, finished 3rd. I'm giving Charles a 10 out of 10 here. Spectacular drive, managing to fend off Russell. Although Russell did have a slight problem, but still, Leclerc still managing to keep ahead of the Mercedes for so long, with back and forth. Leclerc, really great job to him. So that's that 10 out of 10 with another podium for him. Isaac Hadjar, started 8th, finished 12th. I'm giving him a 6.5 out of 10. Qualifying was great. Obviously, out-qualified Max Verstappen, who got knocked out in Q2. I'll speak about him later. In the race, though, 12 got a little bit compromised, but really, do we expect much more from Hadjar, though? Maybe. Verstappen couldn't do that well either, so maybe this was fair for him. But still, I've gone for 6.5. Speaking of which, Max Verstappen started 11th, finished 8th. I'm giving Verstappen an 8 out of 10 simply because I really feel bad for him now. Because the car is definitely not the car he wants as a driver. Yeah, he barely finished in the points. I was staring at the back of Gasly for so long. So yeah. And he got knocked out in Q2 most importantly by Arvid Lindblad. So take that into consideration, man. That's why the maximum grade I can give him is 8. Kimi Antonelli now. Started 1st, finished 1st. I'm giving him a 10 out of 10, no doubt. A pole to win is always a 10 out of 10 for me, usually. Unless they really did something really bad and they still got a lucky win. Here, I don't think it's Antonelli's fault he got the win here. Safety car obviously helped him out, but it's about being at the right place at the right time. So yeah, it's a 10, but it's going to be quite a low 10, maybe a medium 10, but who knows. George Russell is the next driver I'll be rating. Started 2nd, finished 4th. 9 out of 10. Oh, by the way, Kimi Antonelli is the new championship leader, if I haven't said yet. George Russell started 2nd, finished 4th. Qualifying, obviously, he had an issue. He stopped on track. It looked like he was going to be out, but he managed to continue. 2nd was where he finished. And in the race, he had an issue as well. So he was behind Leclerc for the entire duration. No, actually not entire duration. It's a back and forth. But he just couldn't find a way past Leclerc and pull away. That's why the 9 is all I'm giving him. They are followed by Oscar Piastri here, started third, finished second. 10 of 10 performance by Piastri. He has 100% podium conversion when he starts. Crazy, right? And I felt like he should have gotten the win here. Safety car was a bit unlucky towards him. But still, very, very great job getting into second here. So that's very fair in my opinion. And finally, the reigning world champion Lando Norris. I don't think this might be the case anymore, but you never know. Anyways, he started 5th and finished 5th. I'm giving him an 8.5 out of 10. Simply because I think that this is where he should finish. And he did do quite well, managing to overtake Lewis and stuff. Yeah, I don't have much to say about him really. Okay, so now we've seen the ratings. Let's move on to the next part. The rankings of the drivers. If you haven't seen this before, the driver, the same grades are put together and like I rank them this based on whoever's better. I think it's quite obvious. And first, I have Piastri with a 10 out of 10. I said that I think he deserves the win, so there he goes. Gasly comes in second with 10. Leclerc and Antonelli also with 10, comes with third and fourth respectively. Fifth goes to Russell with a score of 9. Norris with a score of 8.5 takes 6. 7th goes to Verstappen with 8. Perez and Ocon also with 8 goes in 8th and 9th. 10th goes to Hamilton with a score of 7.5. 11 goes to Lawson with a score of 7. The Audi boys, Hülkenberg and Bortoleto in 12th and 13th share the same score of 7. 6.5 for Hadjar, sees him in 14th. A lot of drivers with 6 out of 10 here. Limblett, Alonso, Stroll and Sainz, all with 6 out of 10. They go in 15th, 16th, 17th and 18th respectively. 19th and 20th occupied by 5 out of 10 scorers, Bottas and Albon. Colapinto with score of 4 is in 21st. And Batman, who had a big smash, 3 out of 10 in 22nd. And here's the bingo update. No updates for now. Maybe you can argue by the words of wisdom, but I don't think so myself. Unless you all have strong opinions, tell me in the comments. Anyway, that's all for this video. If you enjoyed, make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!